Good morning. Cheers. How are you today? Welcome to Kathy's Crochet Creations and Makeup. I'm working on 2 teddy bears now. I have to show you. Okay, so, I haven't put my eye primer on yet. Let me put that on. It's called Makeup Now. That's only because I'm out of the NYX white. Let's see. Yeah. Look. I ain't kidding. I'm out. I need to get some more of that, but it'll be a bit because I got to catch up on a couple bills. Y'all know how that goes. I forgot my car insurance like a wackadoo. Who does that? Me. And then I gotta pay my car insurance. Then I gotta pay my health insurance. Health insurance this year is very expensive. Very, very, very. I have this great old big box I need to get rid of. And I don't know where. I can't get it in my car. So I need to step on it and smush it and bend it in two. And then take it to the recycle bin at work. Because they recycle boxes. Okay. Now I'm ready. Now I'm going to use the Ace Beauté. Uh-oh. It is Paradise Fallen. Here's the beautiful colors. Beautiful. I got this from my sweet friend Barb. I'm gonna use my Beffolon eyeshadow, White Swan. I'm gonna use that first because y'all know I got the 80s going on in my body. Y'all know, if y'all are at my age, y'all and older, you know about the 80s. And I grew up in the 70s and 80s. I learned a lot of things pretty quick at a young age. I'm sure a lot of kids do, but I was very blessed to have a great childhood. A lot of people are not as blessed. Alright, so I got that on. What do I want to do? I want this brush. Let's try the Moon Glow. Ooh, it's pretty, it's pretty. It's pretty, pretty. Yesterday was super slow at work, and I mean super slow. I don't know why. I got a call earlier. All the systems are down. Fabulous. Oh, that's fabulous. So, yeah. Hopefully, I told them to send me a text, but I haven't got one yet, so, you know what? Hold on, I'm gonna call them real quick. Okay, I'm back. System's half up. Yay! I get to deal with that when I go back in. Fun times. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pay half of my car note today and half tomorrow. And then the next check or next day, whatever, I'll have to pay, and I'm gonna have to get some cat food in the meantime, but I'll have to pay half of my health insurance one day and half the other. Then I'll be caught up with it. And I might have a credit card bill in there somewhere. Have y'all noticed that when you update your money, that your credit card payment goes up? Is that just me? You don't add more credit to your card. They just up your payment. Told them twice, and both times that's what they did. Whatever. I turned my credit off yesterday. Stopping the spending. It stopped. So now I gotta catch up with all the crap that I owe, which is a lot. I mean, just alone for the plane ticket was around $1,000. My stay up there, everything was around $1,000. It's a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but this is life. This life, I look at the things that Dad left behind. Mom, too, but not so much because Mom died in 2010. But I look at these things. I look at a piece of furniture. I look at a piece of a knickknack. I look at an old Air Force uniform. I look at these things and I'm like, in the end, what does it matter? This is a life where you're supposed to do good things. You're supposed to love the Lord and be a good person. That's the main thing. It's more important than things. When I die, I'm sure I'll still have bills. Dad didn't have any. Mom had some when she passed. She had a few bills. Whoopsie, whoops, whoops. Whoopsie, whoops, whoops. Thankfully, her medical stuff at the end was all like a charge off for the hospital, not paying the bill. We weren't billed to start with. It was because she got sick and she was not old enough to get Medicare, which I don't understand. They didn't have a diagnosis for, and they never did. She died with no diagnosis, but she died from something where her brain just, I don't know. So anyway, how do you get disability if you don't have a diagnosis? And wait, no, did she get disability? I think she did get Social Security. I think she got Social Security. So there was some money coming in, but it wasn't medical. Nothing medical, because she wasn't old enough for it. She was 64. So everything had to be charity. All the hospital, the hospice, all of it was charity. The tests, they tried. You know, just because it was charity didn't mean that they didn't try to find out what was wrong with her. They tried really hard. They were some really good people. I met a lot of good people during that time, and so did she. I tell y'all, I would work 3 days on, 4 days off, 4 days on, 3 days off. That's how my schedule was. I'd be all the way in Cleveland, Texas, and I would drive. As soon as I would get done, I would go to the house. I don't even remember how I took care of the dog. Unless I know that she was small and she was potty trained to puppy pads, I believe. That time was hard. It was 2010. I didn't have help. The only help I had, and I need to call and check on her, was Mom's friend. Isn't that funny? Because, you know, Dad, he was going through a health crisis at the same time. It was not a good time. He came over, and he visited, he sat with her, he loved her, even though they were divorced. At the end, Dad was asking for Mom, where's your mama at? And you know what I told him? She's at work. I was like, oh, okay. And when Mama was about to die, she asked me, she goes, where's your daddy? I said, he's working. She says, he making good money? I said, yeah, he's making good money. She says, oh, okay. So they are buried together in the same coffin. Mama was, her body was donated to science because when I was 21, I caught hepatitis A, right? So when you catch from food, from nasty people, I caught that. Me and my brother both did. My brother finally got over it. Me, of course not. I had to always, when I do it right. I guess you call that right. I do it all the way. Well, I remember the weekend, okay? And I was supposed to go to a Navy party. Yeah, it was a Navy party. And I was being set up with this guy. And I called him and I told him, I said, I'm too sick. I can't come. And he's like, oh, dang, okay. And it was a bit of a drive, so it's not like, I'd never met this person. I don't remember how much I talked to him. I don't remember. It was a long time ago, y'all. 1990, October. Well, that was the very end of September, the last week of September of 1990. And I was living in my house I grew up in because Mama and Daddy had split up, and Mama had another house. Grandma and Grandpa Perry bought her another house over there in the neighborhood that they lived in because she couldn't stand being in the house because she missed Dad so much. I'll never forget the crying. It was horrible, y'all. The crying and there's a fly in this house. I don't know how. Who knows how it got in. Anyway, so she couldn't stand being in the house, so they bought her another house over there by them. And I stayed in the house. I stayed in my room. Actually, I moved into the big room. Mom and Dad's bed, everything. Mama didn't get a lawyer or nothing. She let Dad have whatever he wanted. She had a nervous breakdown, and he took advantage of it at the time. But golly, haven't we all made horrible mistakes? If you haven't, that is wonderful. But lots of us have made horrible mistakes, and he knows he did it. He tried to go back to Mom, and she's like, I don't date married men. Unlike the woman. Never mind. Anyway, the woman he left her for. It's the booze. Him and that woman both are alcoholics. Were alcoholics. I don't know what happened to her. Anyway, I don't remember, but I somehow ended up in Mama's new house. I was very sick. And I remember hurting real bad. Well, first we went to the doctor on that Monday. And he looked at me and he says, "You're jaundice. You have hepatitis. I don't know what kind. We're going to have to check." And he said, "But there's nothing you can do about it. Your body has to go through it." Well, that wasn't good to hear. So, man, it's a lot of pain when your liver's dying. It's a lot of pain. Oh, I need to hurry up. So, let me see what I'm doing. After that, I remember being back at the house. I remember Wednesday, I remember being in the car with Mom, and Mom asked me, "Do you want to go to the emergency room, or do you want to go to the doctor?" And I told her, "Doctor." I remember that. And you know, your toxins, your liver, it filters all the toxins in your body. So when these toxins build up, that's why your skin gets jaundice. It's toxins building up. And that's why your body, your brain starts messing up. Your thoughts, everything. And it's because of the jaundice. Because your liver's dying. So I went to the doctor and he says, "Okay, you have hepatitis A." And I'm like, I'm sure. I don't remember this. But I kind of remember him saying that I had hepatitis A, which meant Richie had it too, my brother. I don't know if Richie went to the doctor for it or not, but he didn't know it, and he was delivering Domino's or Pizza Hut pizzas all over the place. He had no idea. That stuff is very catchy too. And again, the doctor says all you can do is go home and get over it. So went home to Mama's home, and I don't remember anybody being there at that time, but I remember hurting so bad. You know how an animal, like a cat, will leave and go find somewhere to die? I was trying to do that. I was trying to find a place in that house that I didn't hurt. I was going from bed there was 3 bedrooms. I was going from bed to bed to bed to the couch. And I remember the last thing, I was on the couch. Again, it's just sparse memories. So I'm on the couch, and I was coaxed off the couch, and I was laying flat on the floor, and there was a guy. I remember my toxins in my brain are real messed up. There was a guy over me, and he had blonde hair, and that light behind his hair, it looked almost like a halo. I thought he was an angel, that it was time. It was time. And the next thing I know, we go to a local hospital here, and this is what I've been told, because I don't remember any of this. I kind of remember being put into the ambulance, not the first time, but the second time, to go from one hospital to another. I kind of remember being put in that ambulance. But the doctor in the first emergency room says, she's going to need a transplant or she's going to die. And poor Mama, she's going through a lot of this by herself. And hold on. So like I said, she's going through a lot of this by herself because, you know, Dad left her. And so she asked the doctor, she goes, well, where do you go for that? And of course, you know, she's probably having a nervous breakdown. I don't know, because I wasn't there. I mean, I was there, but I wasn't mentally there. And he told her, he said, I'd go to Dallas. We were closer to Houston. We are closer to Houston now. I still live in the same town. Same hospital, still there and everything. So he says that Dallas is better at transplants than Houston is at that point. That was in 1990, okay? It was a long time ago. Houston's wonderful at them now, I'm sure. It's probably old hat to them. So I go to Dallas, and on the way, they send me via ambulance. I don't know why, but that's how they sent me. They sent me, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, they had to pull over 3 times because I died 3 times on the way. They finally got me there, obviously. And that was on a Friday or Saturday, something like that. I'd have to look at the, go back and look at a calendar for those days. I can't remember. Used to, I knew, but it's been a long time. So, I get to Dallas. I'm not going to live through the night. What night was it? It had to be like that night, the next night, something like that. But they found a liver for me. And when I got the liver, Mama said that she watched right down here, started turning peach, regular color. Because that new liver automatically, it starts filtering immediately. Once they get it in there, it starts filtering and working immediately. I only had rejection a little bit one time. Back then, I don't know about now, there was a place, might still be there, called Twice Blessed House. It was it was an apartment complex that is right walking distance to the hospital. Because people come from all over the world to Dallas to get a transplant. If you had the money, you could come. And so when I got there, let me get this stuff out of the way. When I got to the hospital, they had me on life support and all that good jazz, and then they found me a liver. That quick, they found me a liver, which was a miracle in itself. And I was in the hospital about 12 days. I got out of the hospital, and I went to Twice Blessed House. I lived there. You're supposed to live there for about 3 months, so you're close. If you reject and stuff like that, they can start you on a whole bunch of steroids, which you're already on a bunch of steroids, man. I had been a beautiful girl, young girl, till I had gone on steroids. I grew hair everywhere. Mama had to use Nair on my back to get some of that. I'm cleaning my pants off. To get some of that hair off me. I look like a gorilla. So, yeah. And then I went home. And let's see, what sentence is this? Oh, I love this one. Poets of Berlin. It smells so good. Very expensive. Hint, Hence, Scentbird. Anywho's. So I went home, and I gradually got back to myself. But you know what? When I was laying there in the hospital, I remember my first real thought is, after it was done, first it was a nightmare, okay? But I was on life support when I woke up. And I thought, this is a nightmare. This can't be happening. I'm having a nightmare. It can't be real. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm sorry. The first real thought I had, I was laying in the bed, and I looked and saw Mom and Dad standing there, and I said, you know what? It was worth it, because Mom and Dad are back together. They weren't. Now, eyelashes. Eyelashes. So after a while, these are yesterday's eyelashes. After a while, I wasn't even on anti-rejection medications. To this day, I don't have to take them. I remember a doctor telling me, he said, by now, because your liver regenerates, it's all you. It's all you. And when you stop taking all that stuff, you go back to yourself. Your face isn't swollen up or nothing. The hair, weird hair stops. The hair was black, and at that time I had blonde hair. Now it's gray. Naturally gray. Doesn't mean it's still gray because I color it. So yeah, that's the story of me and my liver transplant. Let that dry because I just spilled all the stuff I had in that cup that I was using to do my eyes. So what do you think? I think it looks pretty good. I also, this hair piece, I put all that up because I look like Bon Jovi or something from back in the day, or Slayer with the curly long hair and the headband. So I put it up. Okay, let's say a prayer and then we got to get going. It's 5:58. Jesus, please forgive me for my sins. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. I want to thank you for my home, my car, my job, my friends and my family, my fur babies inside and out. Please bless my little puppy, and please help me to be able to raise her the way she should be. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Please protect my car, my house, my job, as you've been doing. Me. my friends, my family, my fur babies inside and out. Thank you so much, God, for everything. I thank you. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. Thank you. Amen. All right. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.